Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Are you in a guru here? And so let's talk today. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Are you in a guru here? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Are you in a guru here? So there's a lot to talk about. There's Kobbie Mainoo issue, his brother issue, and the media attention and the backlash about it regarding everybody making comment, including club legends and basically fan base turning against Kobbie Mainoo. At the same time, I understand the frustration Kobbie Mainoo have, but I don't know if this was the correct way. I don't know if this was the route his family should have took if they knew anything about it. But I have a theory about that, and we get to it. And then we're going to take a look at the Manchester United versus Aston Villa game. And considering that we go into this game heavily unmanned, like a one man short, two man short, basically we are missing a few soldiers for this fight. And I don't know how this is going to go. So let's get into it. Let's dive into it. And thank you guys for tuning into my channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and leave your thought in the comment section below. And please give this video a like if you enjoy my content. So guys, let's dive into it. Let's start with Kobbie Mainoo. Let's get to wrong one. Let's talk about Kobbie Mainoo. So if you've been living under a rock and you haven't seen what transpired, Kobbie Mainoo brother Jordan was at the game against Bournemouth, got himself filmed the lower level of Old Trafford wearing free Kobbie Mainoo shirt, and basically posted social media, caught wildfire, went absolutely viral. And now everybody is coming for Kobbie Mainoo. And to me, I don't think it's fair. I don't think we should be judged by the action of our family members. And especially when there's no evidence to suggest that you were involved or you knew or you have any knowledge of or you are okay with the idea. But to my knowledge, the only reporter right now that has reported that Kobbie Mainoo might have knew or approved of such action is Ben Jacob. And let's be honest, truthfully, I don't believe anything Ben Jacob said until it's verified by somebody else. And right now, so far, it has only been Ben Jacob that has made this such statement that Kobbie Mainoo knew what he was doing or what his brother was doing and that he approved of it. And if that turned out to be the case, then it's not a great move for Kobbie Mainoo. However, Kobbie Mainoo has not done anything to suggest that he's unprofessional, that his professionalism should be in question. In fact, I think he should be given the benefit of the doubt that this was his brother and his brother alone action. However, if it turned out to be the case that Kobbie Mainoo, in fact, they knew about this, then of course my opinion on this would be different. But right now, I'm going based on evidence on what we have witnessed from Kobbie Mainoo as a professional so far. To me, has been nothing but exemplary and courteous with the media in terms of what he's done and how he have conducted himself. And no coach or anybody else has ever had anything negative to say about Kobbie Mainoo. So I'm not going to hold the action of an attention seeker, a brother who literally was on Love Island. He's a professional attention seeker. And that was a stunt to grab attention, not to help Kobbie Mainoo, because there's no way that move will help Kobbie Mainoo. All it did was alienate the fan against Kobbie Mainoo when all of us were on his side and all of us thought he should play. So his brother coming out and doing this hurt him more than it helped him. So there's no way I can believe Kobbie Mainoo have approval or knowledge of this because, like I say, this is a career suicide. The last people to do such thing are no longer in the club. So I don't know why he would do such a thing. And to me, I don't believe this was him or he had any knowledge of it. And I do not believe any reporting that Ben Jacob said until it's verified by somebody else, because he had been wrong so many times, I cannot count. That being said, I hope Kobbie Mainoo get his head down and trying to get his move a different way to where there's there's a better chance of him coming back to the club. If he does go on loan. However, if that is not the case, it's going to be a really terrible time for Kobbie Mainoo. And as long as Ruben Amorim here, the chance that his Manchester United career might be over if this turned out to be true. But with a big caveat that I keep saying, I don't think it's true because Ben Jacob reporting it. And that's my take on Kobbie Mainoo. A lot of people don't agree. A lot of people have strong opinion on this, and I welcome those. I just think we need, at least for a moment, to look at things from Kobbie Mainoo perspective and the reason why he want to leave the club. And we want him, I personally want him to do that in a correct and justifiable manner to where he can get his own move. I don't want him to try to go into the antic of Garnacho, to antic of Rashford, to try to force a move out of Manchester United. I don't want that to be the case. Kobbie Mainoo, the majority of the fan are with you. So I want you to do this the right way. If you want to go on loan, and let it be club decision to let you go on loan. But do not force the hand. Do not go in the direction of Garnacho. I beg, do not go that direction. And that's all I have to say on Kobbie Mainoo. And let's just leave it at that. And let's see how this story play out. Do you think Kobbie Mainoo is right? Do you think Kobbie Mainoo is wrong for this? And do you think Kobbie Mainoo should be blamed for his brother's action? Or do you think that Kobbie Mainoo had enough power to keep his brother in check? Let me know all of those thoughts in the comment section below. And that's where we're going to leave it for now. The next topic we're moving on is we got a big game this weekend, and that is Manchester United versus Aston Villa. And my God, am I afraid and nervous for this game, considering that we do not have all our two of our best players so far in Ahmad and Mbremo are gone to the African Cup of Nations. And right now, I don't know where our goals are going to come. Even though we've been scoring goals lately, Brian Mbremo is still our top goal scorer. Ahmad is still one of our best outlets to hurt teams. So I don't know where's our width and our goals threat are going to come from, especially where also our pace is going to come from. So no matter what variation in the lineup you're going to put, you're still going to have maybe just one person that has the pace to hurt Aston Villa behind. And that, to me, will probably be going to be Benjamin Sesko. And Benjamin Sesko is not fully fit. Therefore, I don't know how we're going to manage this. And there's this talk about formation change and possibly switching to a 4 in the back for this game. And this couldn't be the worst time to do something like that. Like I say, where do our width come from? Because if we switch to back 4 and possibly play with wingers, we don't have any wingers. We only have 2 wingers in the squad, and both of them are at African Cup of Nations right now. So how are we going to be switching to a 4 in the back and possibly play with wingers when we don't have any? We're going to be struggling right now in this formation to try to fill in an attack that had legitimate width. Without these players, we're going to be struggling with it, let alone switching a completed system that require the width to be provided by the actual wingers. There's no way we can do it. There's no way we're going to be doing it right now. That is suicide. There's no way. Unless we're only counting for the element of the surprise to catch Aston Villa out, formation change right now is going to be detrimental to the team because I can still build semi-okay lineup with a back 3 and a 4-3-4-3. I can still build a semi-functional team, even though the attacking threat is usually carried by the Ahmad and Mbremo. You could still have Dorgu and see what he got on the right wing back. You can see what he had because he's a left-footed and Amrin love opposite foot on the wings. So we put him on the right and keep Dallo on the left and play. Hopefully one of the senior center back is back or Martinez is fit enough to start, because I don't know it's a good idea to keep playing the two kids together in Euro and Haven. But if it was to me, it's still going to be Euro, Heaven, and Shaw, or Euro, Shaw, and Martinez. If Martinez is fit enough to play, because I haven't heard anything about the lit, and I hope by the time the manager press conference comes out, we'll have more information, and hopefully either one of the Delit or Maguire is fit enough to play this game. But if not, I hope Martinez is fit enough, but chances those are slim. So for now, the safe bet are probably going to be the same exact lineup: Euro, Heaven, and Shaw at the back line. The very interesting part is in midfield. Considering this is Aston Villa's strongest suit, the three guys in the middle for them are very Tillman, Onana, and Kamara are hardworking, physical, dominating like players. So to me, there's two routes we can go with this. We either add their physicality, which is will never happen because Onana is not the same physical level as any other midfielder from Bruno, like Casemiro, Ugarte, or Mainoo. So I don't think we can out physical them. So there's no point of trying to do that. To me, he should be brave for the first time in a long time. He should be brave because he has been given an opportunity to do something, which is to play Bruno Fernandes in his favorite position. Play Bruno Fernandes as a number 10, and you can have two of your number 10 be Cunha and Bruno, and with Sesko up top. And consider Sesko is not fully fit. You can also have Mason Mount up top. And then me personally, the bravery of her come in is playing both Kobbie Mainoo and Melwell Igate. They have not been good. I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh, all of a sudden they're going to be a savior for our team. Considering that Casemiro is suspended for this game, the logical thing for him to do would be to bring in Ugarte, who give you the defensive work that Casemiro could, but does not give you the offensive thing that Casemiro does. So either that, you just bring him in and bring in Igate and Bruno. Double pivot probably going to be a disaster because they both like to jump and press. None of them love holding their position. That's why I'm saying that's where bravery is going to come in, is by playing both Ugarte and Mainoo, and have Mainoo hold his position as the defensive midfielder, and having Manuel Ugarte play next to him and give him the information to go hunt and dive into challenges and make sure he closes down spaces around him and Bruno in behind. And hopefully we can try to do something in that midfield, because I don't see where else we can hurt this team, because we don't have the width or the pace on the wing up top like we would. And that's another reason why I think Benjamin Sesko is going to start this game. Because if Benjamin Sesko doesn't start, we do not have pace at all, because Cunha is not fast, Bruno is not fast, Mount is not fast. So if those are our starters, and maybe probably if Sesko doesn't start, Bruno will have to play a 10, because there's no way you're going to bring in Xerxes for this game. But no matter what variation you put, if it doesn't involve Benjamin Sesko, we do not have pace. We do not have vertical threat at all. So he have to play Sesko in this game in order to achieve that. And secondly, he need to play safe and aggressive in the midfield, and that is you play Mainoo to sit, you play Ugarte to hunt. But if you end up not doing that, I think it's going to be a long night in Birmingham for us, because Aston Villa is definitely going to put it on us. And personally, I think it's going to be one of those crazy games where we come in and perform better than we know, or better than we can predict, because I don't think there's a logical Manchester United fan that can predict us going into Aston Villa Park and playing them out of the park or beating them comfortably. There's no way, there's no chance in hell that happened. Therefore, the best result we could have, and my prediction is going to be 2-2. We are proving that we can score goals, but the problem, we also proven that we cannot stop people from scoring. And it's going to be like a matter of can we outscore them. To me, I don't think we're going to outscore them without Bremo and Ahmad. Therefore, it's going to be 2-2. And that is being positive and being generous to our team. But there's chance Aston Villa embarrass us. But all of this depends on how we set up, how coach finds solutions to the problem we are presented now. And this why you get paid the big buck, Ruben Amorim, is to find solution when there seem to be none. And right now, you've been put in a very difficult position where you lost two of your best players so far. And you got to figure out how to adapt and overcome. And that's what I want to see from Ruben Amorim. How does he adapt and overcome this challenge? And what type of team and performance are we going to get? Thank you guys for watching my stream or my channel. Please leave your thought in the comment section below. And please hit the like button and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.